dun sa higit isang daang kontraktor na hinahunting kunin nyo dahil hindi required ang obligasyon nila sa gobyerno ng Maynila, may kasama pa doon yung kumpanya pag-aari ni Sara Discaya?
Yes. They are also. So, bago,
Ilang projects yung hawak nila doon?
a good sum of numbers.
Magkano po ang
I'm sorry?
magkano po yung involved dun sa project na hawak ng mga Discaya?
Well, more or less, roughly about 3 billion pesos.
Naku po mga Discaya family, ayan mga king and queen sa Ghost Flood Control dyan ang ganap sa Pilipinas ay hinahunting na rin ni Yormisco Moreno. Dahil napakarami pala silang nakuhang kontrata dyan sa City of Maynila, mga boys, mga gayas. Palagpakan ng ating buting Yormisco Moreno. Yan talagang tumulong po talaga ang ating buting Yormisco Moreno dyan sa national government na para talaga matukoy kung saan yung ghost project ng DPWH na kinontrata ng mga tulunggis na kontraktor like ng mga Discaya family, mga kois, mga gayas, pati si Yorme, hinahunting na rin sila. Palakpakan. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin.
Sa lahat ng viewers ni Dodoy Te, ito, yun, steady lang kayo dyan sa Gedli. Please continue to watch the videos and please do subscribe. Ingat kayo. God first. Friends in the media, to mga vlogger na nandito who are very interested on the current situation of our country. But here in Manila, as you all know, we have taken the first course of action legally sa mga ilang kumpanya na nag-abuso sa kanilang pribilehiyong ipinagkaloob sa kanila ng national government. As you all know, we officially filed criminal cases. And this is now the second course of action of your city government. I would like to inform you guys, and especially the public, the people of Manila. As of today, through the effort and guidance given to our City Treasurer's Office, to issue SOA or a statement of assessment. As a statement of account, statement of account to those involved in 315 flood control projects worth over and above 255 million pesos. A statement of account issued by the City Treasurer's Office for contractor's tax under our tax code or local tax code. Now, however, contractor tax for 9 flood control projects worth 8,095,351 pesos and 67 centavos have only been paid by the respective contractors. Ibig sabihin, after natin mag-file ng kaso and isowa yung mga contractor na yon, meron ng 8 milyon ang nagbayad sa syudad ng Maynila. The flood control projects identified by the Office of City Treasurer were from 2004 carry over 2025 projects, as well as prior years projects. So that is, remember the 2022-2023, based on the isumbong sa Pangulo.ph website. The basis of our documents and data came from the Office of the President. The city government has issued already notices to the contractors of 305 flood control projects that remain delinquent in the statement of their contractor's tax obligation. So, siyempre, kami hanggat maaari dinidiplomasya namin sila as we have done in the past as much as we can. But if hindi sila tumugon sa kanilang obligasyon sa lungsod ng Maynila, we have no recourse but also to file charges against them, as like what happened last week And we only act on the basis of evidence. Ayaw ko naman na alam ko ang taong bayan nalilito sa dami ng ingay o personalidad, kanya-kanyang salitaan. We want to be surgical with our action. As long as we have evidence, we file cases, whoever they are, whether they are contractors or agencies of government, or sino man na politiko, and so on and so forth. Now, just for the update on the outcome of the notices, 86 notices received by personal service, 12 notices served but refused to be received. I wish them good luck. Sayang naman. Biriin mo binibigyan ka na ng due process hindi ka pa tumutugon. 3 notices not delivered due to address change and will be delivered to the new address if found. Ibig sabihin, biglang nangawala itong mga kumpanya nito sa stated address nila. But we'll find a way. 192 notices being delivered via LBC. Kasi malalayo yung mga lugar. Na siya din topic, I think, ng Senate investigation. Paano nakakapag-bid yung mga ibang kumpanya kung galing sila sa bundok ng Tralala. Yeah? And 12 notices mailed via bill post. Here are all the SOA of all those listed under the isumbong mo sa Pangulo.ph. Ito lahat ang SOA nila. Okay. Before I answer your questions. So, now, let me be clear about this to those subject company. What will happen if you don't comply with the city government's action? Anyway, it's your obligasyon naman nila yan na bayaran nila yung contractor's tax. It is also computed in their projects. They know it very well. Because it's a universal, most likely, rule or ordinance and tax code of different LGU. What will happen? We'll give them ample time to respond, to act the way that those 9 projects already complied with the SOA and paid the city. Tutulong kami sa panawagan ng Pangulo at saka ng DPWH na i-ban, i-blacklist, and we'll request blacklisting of this company to DPWH. Yung susunod na action nun, depende na sa DPWH. Or what will be the action of the city with regard to those company? Yun naman. O yung aming kakayanan. We will make sure, and at least ito yung maganda ng paalala at babala rin sa mga iba pang ahensya ng gobyerno na itong mga hindi magko-comply na kumpanya will be blacklisted under the City Engineering's Office and Office of the Building Official. So ano ang epekto noon? Hindi po sila bibigyan ng permit. So if you're going to hire said contractors who are not following simple rules, and actually minuscule yung obligation sa totoo lang, napakaliit na salapi o pera due, accrued already for the city, hindi na sila makapaghahanap buhay sa Maynila. At magandang babala rin to sa private sector. Baka kasi i-hire yung mga contractor na ito. Bago kayo mag-hire, check nyo muna kung blacklisted ba sila sa City Engineering Office and Office of the Building Official. Because not until they fulfill their obligation to the city, saka lang namin ililift yung kanilang blacklisting sa city government. So, we will complain before the DPWH office through the leadership of Secretary Vince Dizon. And as you all know, Secretary Vince Dizon already manifested and made a statement as a matter of policy, those airing companies or contractors will be blacklisted. So in our own little way, as the city government of Manila, we will help if these people will not comply to their obligation to the city government of Manila and people of Manila. So yan ang mangyayari sa kanila. Kaya buti natin nandiyan kayo, kaya namin kayo ipinatatawag para na sa ganon to send the message to them. Now it's up for them to act on the matter. With regard to, past due na yung iba, Yorme, hindi sila, sila ba ay may penalties and surcharges and interest because they did not comply with their obligation? Maaari, pero the good thing about the city of Manila today, since July 1, through the airport of the Sangguniang Panglungsod, also come up with general amnesty program. Your city government issued a 6-month general amnesty program. So, if I were them, it is cheaper to pay today than after the prescribed period. Kasi, alam mo, malaki-laki yan. Pag lolobo yan, baka maging billion bigla yan. Dahil sa non-compliance. Sila ba'y makatatakbo? Sila ba'y makapagtatago? Pag nakita talaga yung bad intent ng ownership, they may or might face criminal charges. Ngayon, obligasyon pa lang yung hinihingi namin. Ang repercussion ng performance of it ay yung negosyo nila malilimitahan. Pag sila'y nakapagmatigasan, we have no recourse but to go after them. Legally or may face criminal charges. Third, we are now finalizing with regard to GLC. After filing criminal complaints against them, we are now finalizing our claim, civil claim, with regard to our property damaged by the said contractor. So yun po ang update ang ginagawa ng inyong pamahalaang lungsod ng Manila. And I'm happy to answer your questions. Yes.
Good afternoon po, Your Way. Luisito Santos from GMADC Company. Clarification na po, 315 flood control projects. Ilan po yung contractor na pinag-usapan po doon? Ilan po yung inisyuan ng SOPA?
More or less about a little less than 100. Kasi some have multiple contracts. Some. Like GLC, for that matter, and all other. Meron silang mga multiple contracts with the DPWH, horizontal and vertical projects.
Ilan na po yung, binanggit niyo po 8 million na po yung na-collecta mula
Yes.
sa 255 million na obligasyon ng mga
Total obligation.
Ilan po yung mga kontrakto na nakapagbayad na? Or
Siyam.
Siyam na company po. Anong taon po ulit yung yung sa
Okay.
akin?
There are so many years. Basta this is between 2022 to 2005 done. Sabihin, as like I have presented to you before, under the sumbong mo sa Pangulo.ph website, may mga natapos na. We are going after them. Meron naman mga ongoing. Na kailangan naman nilang talagang tutdin yung kanilang obligasyon sa lungsod ng Maynila.
Government 315, may ongoing, meron tapos na. Mainit ko yung usapin ng ghost project eh.
Oo.
Ang mga ghost, mga hindi
Wala pa kami nakikita. Pero to confirm if it is substandard or not, I will let the scientists and specialists to assess that. And I think I don't want to disturb Senate hearing because they are doing a very good job already. So not to create more noise with different voices, I'll let the Senate, for that matter, do their job. And so far, as like one Filipino, bilang isang Pilipino, hindi bilang isang mayor, at katulad ng ibang mga Pilipino, so far, I can only speak for myself. I'm happy on what they're doing in the Senate with regard to finding out whether it is ghost or substandard. Because I do believe that whether they are politicians or DPW or government agencies, they will going to be charged. But for now, what we're after is if we have evidence, confirm evidence present under our hand, we'll make sure. Wala nang lip service. We just pursue the way we've been doing for the past 2 weeks because that's supposed to the way and that's the only way and that's a proper way to do it. Kaya hanggat mari, kaya nga namin kayo iniimbitahan para na sa ganon, paglabas nito kung sino man yung particular na mga kumpanya at taong involved dito, merong dinidiplomasya na tayo ng Maynila, top din na natin itong kulin natin. But if not nga, halimbawa nagpatigasan, kami naman ready naman kami na to seek legal remedy.
Bakit lumobo yung ng 255 million? Di ba bago ka makapagsimula ng project, di ba dapat yung obligasyon na ibibigay na? Dapat po, paano po may process ng...
Ang galing mo.
Paano lumobo yun tapos 2020?
Kasi nasanay sila na walang gobyerno sa Maynila. And you're right. Maybe nobody went or go after them. Ang mahirap nito, alam mo, Luis, yung ordinaryong pamilya, magpapagawa ng 30 metro kwadrado na bahay, up and down. Sinisingil ng contractor's tax. Hinihinga ng zoning permit. Hinihinga ng building permit. Kaya yung naalala nyo yung sinabi ko, the sauce for the gander will be the sauce for the goose. It's just that maybe, and I agree with you, that is only the same question in my mind, bakit lumobo ito? Wala siguro talagang pamahalaan na ipinagmalasakit ang kanyang mamamayan. Kaya nagka-laki-laki itong pera na ito. But then again, those are the things of the past. We move on. We try to move on a very narrow road without abusing our rights as citizen just by accusing somebody through verbal statement. But we try to go to that path, look into the details, find evidence of negligence. Whoever they are, we're gonna pursue legally. Kahit na nanggigigil tayo, alam mo, siyempre ngayon, 5-5 ang pag-aalimpuyo ng damdamin ng tao. Pero pag sobrang naingay, baka malito tayo lahat. Kami, billing ko sa city engineering, sa building official, sa city treasurer, go after them on what is due to the city and what is rightfully, correct way or correct manner that these people, individuals, politicians or not, government agencies or not, right, na they have to follow the rules, universal rules, not only effective in Manila, but in our case, we wanted to implement across.
Yung pilas na lang.
Sure, then you're next. And then you're next. Yes, please.
Pilas na lang, Yorme. Dun sa higit isang contractor na inahanting ko ninyo dahil hindi nagbayad ang obligasyon nila sa gobyerno ng Maynila, may kasama pa din yung kumpanya pag-aari sa district.
Yes. They have also.
Ilang projects yung hawak nila dun?
A good sum of numbers.
Magkano po ang
I'm sorry?
magkano po yung involved dun sa project na hawak?
So yun no, ayan talagang tuwang-tuwa. Hindi lang si nanay, pati yung mga anak at apo niya. Kasi 100,000 yung mga malaking tulong po yun. Especially sa ating mga lula't lulo, sa maintenance, sa paggatas, pagkain, palakpakan. Yan po kabilis ang ating butihing Yorme Isko Moreno ay talagang hindi po magsisisi yung mga Manileño kung bakit pinili siyang muli dyan sa City of Manila bilang isang mayor. Palakpakan po. Okay? At kung umabot po naman kayo sa dulo ng aking video, may karapatan po kayo mag-like, share, and subscribe. So for now, I'm Kat Manila. God first, God bless you, peace. Bye-bye.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.